Hey guys, I'm about to board a flight right now, but I had an idea. I'm heading home after being gone for over a week, and a lot of people ask me how I travel and leave all my snakes at home. So what I'm gonna do is strap a camera to my chest when I get home and walk in the door and check on all my snakes with the camera running. And we'll see the state of how everybody's doing. We'll see if we should have at least one mama on eggs. Maybe not, I'm not sure. And the state of the plants, that's a big concern when I'm gone. And then I'm feeding about 30 snakes tonight, I think, so maybe you'll be in on some of that as well. This is another one of those videos where I'm just winging it, and we'll see what happens. If you're watching this right now, that means that something interesting happened. So here we go. So we'll start with the inspector's cage. What I'm looking for here is emergencies that have to be tended to right now. And so I'm noticing that that plant needs a little bit of help. The hide that I just uncovered needs to be cleaned on the top of it. The inspector's where he normally is, so no emergencies really in this cage, just some things that have to be tended to eventually. Waters will be changed tomorrow as well. This is Koa's cage, my little Brettles python, so I'm going to check on him. He's almost always in his sky hide. I'm just going to say hi to him real quick, and no emergencies in his cage. By the way, you're hearing voiceover from me during most of this just because you don't need to hear me breathing into my camera that's sitting on my chest all the time. This is Bella, my carpet python, by the way. She's in a much smaller hide just because of the way her cage is configured. But she's doing well, and her cage is doing well. This is Harry, my little Cape house snake. His cage is doing well. He's sitting right there. Perfect. No problems. Hi everyone, Future Bob here. Some of you who are good listeners can probably tell that the voiceover is coming from Future Bob rather than Past Bob because of the way the vocalizations are bouncing off the brim of my fancy hat. Anyway, the point here is that later on in the video, we're gonna go through a bunch of feeding of ball pythons. This is frozen thawed feeding, but I wanna let you know if you're squeamish about seeing snakes eating rodents, that's gonna happen towards the end of the video. But you can watch this stuff, and then if you don't want to watch the feeding, that's okay too. But I put it in there because this is part of what I do when I get home after being out of town for a while. Pip, my pygmy python, is just starting to go into shed, but her cage is looking good. All of these bioactive cages need more leaf litter, so that's coming, but she's doing well. Now look at this next cage that belongs to Maya. She has absolutely turned it into a desert wasteland. Look at this, she's killed all but one of her plants. And look at how dusty it is, just kicking up dust everywhere. There she is. So dusty. How come you're so dusty, silly girl? Huh? Why? Why? Look at all that dust. Oh my goodness. Cleaning the doors off here wasn't an emergency, but it was really bugging me, so I had to stop everything else and get them at least wiped off. Hi, excuse me. Hi. Hello. Hi. It's just me. You wanna come out? Huh? You wanna come out? This one too, huh? Okay. Got this. We got Douglas in his spot right here. He's good. We got Echo. She wants a chair. There you go, babes. And then Stella. Hey, come here. Hi. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. There's Stella. Hi, babes. I'm sorry I touched you. I'm so sorry. Did that scare you? Lucy, my snake sitter, was in a few days before, and I asked her to pair Ron with Willow. This was Lucy's first time breeding snakes. So I don't know if they locked up. They probably did, but it's time to put Ron back. Almost any time you put snakes together, there's a mess to clean up afterwards. So we put all of Willow's hides and stuff from her cage onto the floor right there, so we're going to get those back and make sure everything is sort of cleaned, and then just make note that she needs more substrate in her tub. Let me just get this handled real quick. I like to wipe off the hides. That's just F10 solution. You could do it with F10 or chlorhexidine. Just clean stuff up a bit. Update, Stella's on the move, and Echo is still deciding if she wants to come out or not. Molly's tub is looking good. This is Dolly. She's fine. She's just sitting in the box that she's always in, like constantly. Here's her sister, Tiger Lily, who shed back there. Again, sorry about the camera work. It's just sitting on my chest. But we're going to pull out this shed, and she's doing well. And then Lydia Dietz, who is gravid right now, is looking to come out and roam around. So we're going to keep this tub open and let her come out. I think snakes that are close to laying eggs tend to want to move those eggs around in their bellies a bit, so she likes to come out and move around. Kata's doing good. Lucille is in there somewhere. Lucille is still working on gaining her weight back from laying eggs fairly recently, but she only eats mice, so her weight comes on kind of slow. Freya is the one that I thought was going to be sitting on eggs, but she's not. She's not there yet. I didn't see her ovulate, so I'm not sure exactly when she's supposed to lay. She just really looks like she's about to lay. And then Anya here is the other one that I thought might be laying eggs, but she's not there yet either. She does want to come out though, so I'm going to leave her tub open also and let her come out. Since the ball pythons are out moving around, I want to keep an eye on them. So I'm bringing the super dwarf retics into the snake wall room, and they can just cruise around on the plants and the shelving and stuff like that. I don't really have to watch them in that room. And they can pretty much be in there for the rest of the day. Here's Anya making her way out, and Lydia Dietz already starting to climb. I really got to watch this because I don't want her falling and hurting herself. But on to the other snakes. Here's Douglas. I just want to do a quick hello with him. Just having tongue flick on my hand a little bit. One of the things that I like to do with the young ones that I'm socializing is get them used to my hand. And when I've been away for a while, it's important to do that fairly often when I get back. Speaking of babies, these are brand new ones that I haven't even seen since they shed. So they shed while I was out of town, and I had Lucy set them up in their own tubs once they shed. But this one does have an emergency going on. The water is all spilled in there, and that snake has been sitting on water. So time to dry her tub or his tub and get him on dry land with fresh water. But how pretty is that little banana ball python? Probably banana, orange dream, fire, I'm guessing. I haven't really figured out their morphs yet. There's a little pied. Here's his sister, and this snake peed, so we're gonna change her paper real quick. These snakes are 14 days old, so they haven't eaten yet. They're just getting used to their new world. No enrichment in their tubs really, because these tubs are the enrichment for them. We're just getting them used to a hide and a water dish, just being in the world. And here is the brother to those two snakes. A little banana pied, maybe with some other stuff, I don't know. but I'm going to keep this one, I think. Super pretty snake. So this is the first time I'm seeing these snakes since they were hatched, really. I mean, since before they shed, I guess. They hatched and then I left a few days later. All right, so we'll just speed this up for the other clutch of babies that I have. These babies are pros. These are from, these are all sort of het sunset, het clowns. And then there's my little sunset. Those snakes were all doing just fine, no emergencies in there. Oh, except maybe pee on this one. Handsome Dan seems to be doing well in his cage. No emergencies there. And look at this. Creature Farm sent me a plaque for Douglas's cage. Little name plaque. That's the only cage that doesn't have a name plaque yet. And now it does. I love it. Little southern scrub python. Looks like Douglas likes it. He was watching me. And since he's coming off his ledge, I just want to show him my hand again. Give him a little bit of that action. Because I think before when I did it, he was sort of asleep and he's awake now. Look at that guy. Right onto my hand. What a champ. I'm taking a quick break here because I noticed that Anya made it up to the couch and I wanted to hang out with her for a minute. Right now I've got Anya and Lydia out in this room and I have Echo and Stella in the snake wall room. I'm going to change waters tomorrow. There's only a couple waters that needed to be changed immediately today. So the rest will be changed tomorrow, and I'm going to work on plants today because I'm looking right now at a plant that Banjo uprooted, and that's not doing well because of that. And Douglas has a plant that's not doing well. Not Douglas's fault. He's not big enough to kill a plant yet, but maybe it just needs water or maybe it needs to be moved. I don't know. So I'm going to work on that, and almost everyone is going to eat tonight, so I got to get rodents out of the freezer. Feeding a bunch of snakes is a whole strategy because everybody gets a different prey item. So I have to figure out who I'm feeding, what I'm going to feed them, and are they likely to take the meal or not. If they're not likely to take the meal, then I need to figure out who I'm going to feed that meal to if they refuse. This is not cool. Look at this. That's ridiculous. No, we're not doing all this climbing. All right, the ball pythons eventually went back home and I let Maya out so that she could have some roam time. She only comes out when all the other snakes are put away because she eats snakes. And speaking of black-headed pythons, here's my other one, Banjo. He's getting fed. And you know what? While we start the feeding, we're going to scroll the Patreon supporters. These are the folks who support the channel over on patreon.com/greenroompythons. I really appreciate them. So here's Maya after she roamed a bit. She is in her super dusty cage eating a quail. By the way, she looks like she's in shed. That's just dust all over her from digging all over the place. And here's Banjo. He gets a few chicks. We're going to do some target training for the super dwarves. Here's Stella, who I opened her cage with her target, so she went crazy striking at the target and then finally got her rat. Sorry, I set up the camera. It wasn't on my chest that time, so you didn't see it. But there's Echo grabbing hers. And then Douglas, I just pair the target with mouse for Douglas right now. And here's probably my best target trained snake in the green room. There's Pip, who even when starting a shed, she sees her target, immediately goes right up to it, touches it with her nose, and she gets her food. Very smart girl. So thanks so much to the Patreon supporters for their support of the channel, and special thanks to our channel sponsors, Black Box Cages, Lane Labs, the Royals Project, and Rare Genetics RGI. Really appreciate them.
So there's one of that's Damara's last baby that's going off to someone next week. And here are some of the babies that love their little food. This one is seeing food for the first time. 14 days old. Look at that. Took it. His siblings did not take food, but this other clutch is very used to eating, and they are happy about food. Watch. Look at this crazy wrap. Unbelievable. That snake just went nuts. Okay, so here's Ron. Now we're on to the adults. There's Captain Farrell. They're all happy to take some food. There's Bear and Max. There's Kodiak and Han. Han's getting some size on him. There's the inspector. Lucille with her first mouse. She'll get 2 that day. Watch how crazy Damara gets. Damara usually doesn't even strike. I just put the rat in there and she takes it eventually. But she kind of went nuts. She was ready for it. And last to be fed are Evie and Kata, both happy to take meals.
So we're about a week and a half in the future from when this video was shot, and Bioactive Supply has sent me some rocks. They mailed me rocks and leaf litter and moss, and they're sending me some replacement plants for Maya's cage. And I've got a different way of planting these so that hopefully Maya won't be able to destroy them. But we'll see. It's going to be an experiment, and I'll show you that in future, maybe short videos, something like that. So I hope you enjoyed this look at what I do as soon as I walk in the door after being on a flight all day. That's it. We did it. Thanks for watching. See you next week.